Hey all, here OS Reviews. This is a hands-on review of the Vankyo V600, a full HD 1080p native resolution projector it's suitable for PowerPoints, for business presentations, movies, and gaming, and includes a carrying case in the box along with a HDMI cable as a bonus, a component cable along with a remote control that uses two AAA batteries. It's noteworthy because most projectors in this price only have a 720p native resolution, so this is a lot cleaner and crisper, and it's really a breakthrough here in 2019 that the cost has come down. The case makes it easy to take around with you when you are traveling for business purposes, and it also includes an instruction manual on the first pocket. So sliding things open, the projector is made out of plastic but feels fairly well constructed. We have navigational keys in the front in case you don't want to use the infrared remote. Connectors include VGA, two HDMI ports, USB ports, as well as the SD card reader on the side. There are stereo built-in speakers, but you can connect to external speakers as well, and there's a lens protector on the front. There's also a dial that you can rotate to change the focus depending on how far away you are, and a keystone corrector for adjusting the angle. It can project up to 250 inches diagonally without too many problems. Now, the brightness of this projector is another key point. Right now we have a living room with the curtains opened and it's actually afternoon, but you can see how the screen is still fully visible, whereas typical projectors would be very washed out, and you can see even across the reflection of the window that the image is still rather sharp. This is important because in business situations, sometimes you'll have conference rooms with a little bit of extra light, and you can see it's still fully visible. Here is a flashlight of a phone, and you can see again it still doesn't really disrupt the image. As a comparison, we have some other projectors over the image that we have from the V600, and you can see how it's a lot dimmer by comparison. In fact, if we put it against the same image, it's completely washed out. Adjusting the keystone a little bit, and now let's do a quick sample of what the built-in speakers are like. Takeaway is the sound quality is actually really good. The speakers pack more bass and volume than I was expecting. It's quite clear. So if you're watching a movie, the built-in ones I think will suffice if you don't have an external speaker. Here we're playing back a high-resolution film, and you can see the projector is doing a great job because it has a high resolution, full HD again, compared to 720p or only 480p in this price range just a few years ago. So it's great for watching immersive movies. Believe it or not, the curtains are still opened right now, so there's ambient light available in the room, but you can see how the image is still really clean and crisp as far as colors are concerned. Here's the flashlight again. Again, doesn't really disrupt the image quality, which is very impressive, making it quite immersive even when you're looking at colors which are darker, and off angle you can see the projector still produces a great image. One of the benefits of projectors in general compared to TVs is better viewing angles. Not to mention that it's a lot more cost-effective than a similar TV of the same size. It really gives you a cinematic feel right from your living room. Great contrast and colors in general. And here's a look into the lens of the projector directly. You can see the pixels moving around. And the LED bulb is rated to last thousands of hours. So for practical reasons, it doesn't really need to be replaced. And now we turn to some demo of what gaming is like on this projector. We have it just using the HDMI port. You can connect it to any console, whether that's Xbox, PlayStation. Latency is pretty good, and the contrast and color temperatures can be further adjusted under settings of the projector. Otherwise, if you look really closely, and if you zoom all the way in, right now we have a virtual screen size of 200 inches. So you can still tell a little bit of pixelation, but overall it still is plenty sharp considering this is basically the size of a very large room. So it's already doing a great job. Here is an Excel document, so you can see lots of small cells because this is a business-oriented projector. It's capable of showing those finer details, as you can see here, with good colors and overall pretty good contrast. There is a bit of fan noise in in the background, however, so that's something to keep in mind. It's not completely silent, unlike some of the Pico units that we've seen in the past, but this thing is a lot brighter as well at 5000 lumens. Here's some text. You can see it's also very sharp. And now we can turn to a PowerPoint, which is probably one of the biggest use cases of the projector, and you can see that again, diagrams and text, everything is fully legible, even when there's some ambient light in the background, which is pretty important, making it easy to use. Some last things to keep in mind. Now, the back of the projector looks like this. We have ventilation for the fan, and there's also a screw that you can pop up to elevate the projector at an angle when you're watching videos. Again, right now we do have the curtains open in the room during that previous test, so it is quite impressive how well it was easy to still make out the images and the videos. We shone the flashlight over the image previously. It didn't really make a difference there, just because of how bright the image is, but in reality, the flashlight actually is pretty strong, so you can tell that it really is quite impressive. The size of the unit obviously isn't the smallest in the world, but overall it's serviceable and it's not too hefty either. So that's been our hands-on review of the Vankyo V600. Really is a good value for the price because it's one of the first native resolution full HD 1080p projectors that you'll find for under $300, and with that added PPI, it really just makes text as well as videos more legible. In addition, it's brighter than many of its competitors. So all in all, a very strong value for business and for movies if you're looking for a higher resolution than what you can find on the market previously at this category. Thanks for watching this video here at OS Reviews.